Welcome in. Welcome in. How is everyone today on this brand new day of 2026? How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. It is the new year. On your way to work. Yes. I thankfully have a few more days off. Feel like I need a vacation from my vacation. But I can't complain. I've been very fortunate to have our son and daughter-in-law here with our new grandbaby. So I'm soaking it all up. Just going to give it a moment for T to get in here. Oh, yeah, I know. He was so sweet. January 2nd. I can't believe it's January already. Rodri, how are you? How are you? What the hell? The hell? Why won't it play? I'm super excited. We're just gonna wait for another minute for T to get in here, and then we'll start talking about our day 3 of the 7-day challenge. We're almost halfway there, guys. Almost. Awesome. So tell me what, while we're waiting, what were your 3 items today that you inventoried? And have you done it yet? I'm assuming you have, but I could be wrong. Aromatherapy car freshener, nice. Express. Woven crystal bracelet, okay. And did you find it easy, difficult to write titles and descriptions for those things? Welcome in, Gonzo. No worries. No worries. These are not required. They're just, beneficial, let's say, to the challenge. If you have any questions, you want to talk about anything, it was easy, and I sold 3. That's amazing. Awesome. Great. I love to hear that. Fantastic. All right. Well, we'll get started. Day 3. I cannot believe we're at day 3 already. So cool. Awesome. Printing labels now. That's awesome. So day 3 is the Flash Frenzy Sale Challenge. And so that's tomorrow, January 2nd. And during a live show that you have. Now, don't forget, the 5-minute show is from day 1's challenge. Day 1's challenge was to go live for 30 minutes and then 5 minutes each day for 5 additional days. And so you can extend that by all means if you want. Please do so. But the that particular challenge is really about getting us to look at consistency and what our numbers look like, what the engagement looks like. Uh, I almost removed you, David. um, what that looks like when you do go consistent. So that
Hey y'all,
was
Happy New Year.
the hope. Happy New Year. With that day one challenge. And so you can incorporate the day three challenge into that day one challenge by extending your 5 minutes or by simply using that 5 minutes to run your flash sale. Entirely up to you. You can, excuse the expression, but kind of kill two birds with one stone, right? So you can go live for 5 minutes, you can run your flash sale, and there you have it. Um, but running the flash sale is for those folks who may never have run a flash sale before. You have options when you run flash sales, right? Like, so you'll see my ThriftWorks trading card below. That's running on a flash sale. You have the option of using a percentage, using a dollar amount off, um, and playing with things in terms of like how far can you go, how low can you go, right? Like some people when they're trying to hit their 1,000 they will flash sale stickers. You obviously don't want to take a loss, so you want to make sure even if you're flashing $1 sticker you're earning enough to cover the fees that Whatnot charges a seller, because you can kind of get cooked if you're not careful um, with that. But play with it. Use it as an opportunity to see how flash sales work for you. Use it as a way to spike engagement or create sort of like a FOMO, like, oh, I'm gonna flash sale this for the next 5 minutes. That's all you have. After that, it's gonna be the $20. Chat GPT helps you price things for your starting bids. Yes, exactly. Your unpaid employee. Yep. Yep. So T, is there anything you want to add to that about the flash sale portion of tomorrow's challenge?
Not really, just have fun with it. Don't be afraid of them. Um, I like flash sales. I usually have something running flash sale every show. Even the little lightning bolt down in the corner kind of grabs people's attention and it takes them to your bin. So you can say, I have some flash sales running in the bin, check it out. Even if everything in the bin isn't on flash sale, they may see something that's priced regularly and purchase that. So don't stress about it, just have fun with it. And yeah, again, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and let us know. But recommend flashing everything before the show or during the show.
Ah,
So that's completely up to you. Um, if you flash sell a lot of items like I do, it kind of gets annoying because you have to do it manually. So before my show starts, I usually try and flash sell all of my items, and I usually run them the full 2 hours that it allows. But you can
mhm.
also do it during the show, which is what I want to try if I don't sleep until 2 p.m. like I did today. And yeah, guys, everything was late. And try and create that urgency in the show. I'm not even kidding, Andretta. I had 2 shows and I missed both of them. But last night was fun. Slacker, 100% first day of the new year, but we're gonna get it right tomorrow. Um, run something for 30 seconds. Like, look, y'all, here is a steep freaking discount, and we're running it for 30 seconds. Grab it while it's hot. This is the one and only time I'm doing it during the show. You made it to this show, girl. I was 6 minutes late. um, create that urgency. Okay, look, After this, it's going to be regular price. So that's something I want to try different instead of running everything for the full 2 hours. So again, it's up to you.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
flash sale tonight while I was talking. Exactly. That's great. Even during my community shows, I try and get something on flash sale, especially if it's stuff that I've had sitting like brushes. You guys go get this brush for $1 because I'm just trying to get rid of them. It's a great brush. It's worth 13. I got it in there for one. Snatch it up while you can, something like that. And then also if you're doing community shows and just talking, that's a great way to just make a little bit of change while you're sitting here. Especially if you're going to run a giveaway, maybe you can get your money back for that giveaway if you're running flash sales in the background. So they're fun, they don't hurt. Um yeah, just play with it and let us know if you have questions. Did I miss anything while I was 6 minutes late?
No, I just started, talking about really like if they wanted to sort of kill two birds with one stone. The idea of the day one challenge was to go live for 30 minutes and then 5 minutes for an additional 5 days, and so they could, kind of use that 5 minutes as their flash sale tomorrow, or they could incorporate that flash sale into another show entirely, like one that they already have scheduled, set up, whatever. Doesn't
Yes,
matter to us like how you do that, as long as you do it in one of your
do it.
shows tomorrow. um and yeah, so that was really it. But there are two things that I just wrote down that you triggered as you were talking. um Gonzo asked a good question about the flash sales all at once or one at a time. And so drop a 2 in the chat if you know how to flash sale multiple items. Welcome in, welcome in.
Hey Tiff, hey City. If you know how to start multiple items on a flash sale,
Okay,
no
because
one.
this was interesting for me. And you go individually. Okay. Okay. Not set up at the same time, but one at a time. Yeah. Okay. So I have, okay, good. Great. Learning opportunity. Teachable moment. Here we go. I am going to do something real quick. Hold on. All right.
I hope everyone had a wonderful night, and a happy, safe new year while Web's setting up. um, did everyone get
Sorry.
their shows done today? At least their 5 minutes, and listed their items. Can you throw one in the chat if you've done that today?
That's awesome. You had a great night. Yes, going on in 15 minutes. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to try to, sorry, apologize. Okay.
Perfect.
I'm going to rotate my screen for a quick second and I'm going to show you something. Whoa. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. All right. We are going to rotate. There we go. All right. So you can see my screen. I am in my inventory.
Perfect.
Okay, guys. And I'm on a laptop. So it's going to look a little bit different. I'm not even sure you can bulk edit on a mobile device. I don't know that, to be honest, because I do the bulk of my management on my laptop. I run the show from my mobile device and use it for the video. So from the laptop, I go to my seller hub and go to inventory. This button right here, bulk edit. If you toggle that on, you can not necessarily flash sale things all at once, but you can change it from price and format. Where I have something as a buy now, I can open that up, toggle that flash sale on, choose what I want, either a percentage off or a amount like a price, a dollar amount off. Let's
Mhm.
say I wanted to do $5 off. Price I'll choose price off, I'll choose 5. Then it asks me the sale duration. So how long do I want that to run? And I'm going to choose that 2-hour mark like T said. So 120 minutes. But I also want it to be available for full price when it's outside of the flash sale. So I have to toggle that on. I can set a max purchase limit. So if I only wanted someone to be able to buy one of these at that price, I can do that. If I don't care how many they buy, I don't do anything. And I can reserve it for a specific live show if I want to. But let's say
Yes.
I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just actually, you know what? I'm going to do it for this show. So I'm going to choose reserve for a live show and I'm going to choose this show. 7-day surge, apply. Okay, so I flashed that first one right now for this show. I can do the same thing to the next one. I'm going to toggle that flash on. At this time, I'm going to do a percentage off. Okay, 25. Duration, I'm going to make this one 15 seconds. Okay. Available for full price. I'm going to toggle it on. I'm going to reserve for the live and I'm going to choose this one. Okay, so that made my life a little bit easier, right? Because I didn't have to go into each individual inventory item and do that. But I do have to publish those changes. So, bottom right hand side of my screen, I have to publish those 2 changes in order for them to actually apply. And I can see that little lightning bolt icon next to those 2 items up there in my inventory. However, when I come into my live, I don't think you're seeing them yet. Is that correct? Let me see. No, you're not. They're
No.
not available for Flash right now, according to what I can see. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm not seeing them.
Perfect. So that's exactly what I wanted to happen. That is expected behavior. um, I now have to actually start the flash sale for each item. Unfortunately, while I can bulk edit and I can set those up to be flash sale items, I can't actually run them until I'm in the show and I run them individually. Now, that's why it's a good idea to jump on a few minutes early um, before your show is scheduled. You can get those flash sales going. So, if you have multiple items that you want to flash all at once, and I use all at once sort of loosely or incorrectly in this case, I can do so, but I still do have to do them one at a time. So that has been like a game changer in terms of management of items because, having to go into the inventory and set those flash sales up individually is really time consuming.
Yes.
So you can set them up in advance and just make sure that button is toggled on so that they're available outside of the live show. That way, when that flash sale is over, they're available at full price. You don't have to worry about it. If you don't toggle that on, that item is not going to be in your inventory anymore. It's going to just sort of sit there until the next time you're in a show that item was added to and you hit start flash
And you
sale.
start the flash sale. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes into that limbo space where we were talking about yesterday of the inactive items. And uh like you said, unless you add it to another show, or go back in and edit and change those settings, then it's not going to be available. And I always suggest making it available
Happy
for
New Year for you.
Happy New Year, available back at your full price so that when you do run your flash sales, it actually creates that urgency for people and it seems like it's a sale, instead of it being that price, even when you're not on live. Um, Web is great about using her computer. And I highly suggest that everyone, if you have not already done so, take a look at I lost an item before, like, where did it go? It probably was in the
Inactive, yeah. It's
inactive.
like,
Yeah.
where did it go? Yeah.
Yeah. Um Take a look at Whatnot on different devices, because
Yeah.
obviously from the iPhone to the Android, you have different options. From your phone to your computer, you have different options. So take a look at it while you're in this challenge and really explore. um it's okay, I was too.
No worries.
Really explore um what you can do on the different devices, because you make your life much easier by just opening up your tablet and using the web browser when you're adding inventory, or even for running a show. um, it may be easier for you. I know I do most of my streaming from my device, and I just got an iPhone for the purpose of streaming. And I will sometimes run the show from my Android, like um run the auctions, but I also like to see like what's going on during the show, sales, etc. So I use my tablet, my Surface Pro, because it gives you many different options. And sometimes honestly it's easier to run and click and find things, especially if you're listing items by names or running auction um by the names and not random pools. Like, it's easier to find it on my tablet versus searching through my phone. Um, so I just encourage you. It's not part of the challenge, but this whole thing is about growing and exploring. So I encourage you guys, if you typically run from your phone, try opening up that tablet or that computer and checking out what's available to do from there in that way.
Yeah, and that's a good point. And James mentioned something else as well, which is interesting and important to know. You can only add 5 moderators uh, on your
Yeah.
mobile device. However, through a browser, and I will say this, you can still do it on a mobile device if you use your browser and not the app.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it is different, but I use the laptop through the browser. And so that gives me all the, options. But you can add more on the laptop or through the browser, more moderators.
Also, if you have an Android and you are trying to um, pull that scanned information, remember how we were talking about scanning products in? If you go to the mobile web browser or from a tablet or computer and you're not using the app, guys, we're talking um, what is iPhone called? Safari, Google, Chrome, Internet Explorer. Those, when you go to Whatnot from a web browser, you can also type in a SKU. So you can type in the SKU number here, 8404, blah, 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 blah. And it essentially will pull the information as if you scanned it. So that's another option for my people who do not have iPhones or do not use Apple devices. Um, we don't have the option to scan things from our phone, but if you go to the web browser, when you're entering the inventory, it says something like scan barcode or something like that. You just type in that SKU and it'll pull up the information that way as well.
Very good point. And then the other thing that I wrote down that I wanted to mention was, for example, if you see the item that I flash sailed for the 2 hours below, not the one that I did for like 30 seconds. If I said, oh shit, I made
Good
a
point.
mistake, I didn't want that to be $5 off. Oh my goodness. I can't change it until that flash sale is over. So, what you have to actually do is you have to remove it from your show. So, you have to
This is my
um,
biggest pet peeve with flash sales. You can't make a mistake, or else it's going to be a pain in your ass. Um, So if she had accidentally put that she wanted, um, say $10 off instead of making the item $10,
Mhm.
so essentially taking $5 off, and she hits run for 2 hours, that item is going to run for 2 hours at 5 hours unless you remove it from the show. And
Yep.
that's a pain, especially if you're trying to get rid of it or if you just told someone that you're going to do a flash sale for them. Um, because, well, at least for me, it's a pain to try and remove it and then re-add it and then rerun it. Like, it just takes time, and while you're doing all of that, you're probably losing other people who aren't interested.
So I have to deactivate it, go in, reactivate it, and then, add it to the show in order for me to fix my error. So just be aware, like if you set that 2 hour limit, you
Once
gotta
you
sit
click
through that
run,
two
yeah,
hour.
once you click run, like if you haven't
Mhm.
ran that item, you can still go in and edit it. But once you hit run flash sale, that bitch is running for the 2 hours.
Mhm.
Unless you go on the back end and do all the extra work.
Mhm.
So just be careful with that. That is like my annoyance with flash
Yeah.
sales.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. They should really change that. That should definitely be
Now
improved.
there's a way to pull a stock photo into the description. How do I do that? So that's scanning the barcode. Exactly. So that's
Mhm.
what, if you have an iPhone, you can go to list an item, select enter photo, and then if you have an iPhone, it's going to give you several different options. One is to scan a slab or barcode. You scan that barcode and it's going to populate information for you. If you do not and you want to go to your internet, you can type in the barcode after you go to enter new item, and it essentially will pull that. And it's not always stock photos, because this is inventory that people have sold on whatnot. So if they've put a stock photo, that's what you'll get, which is for most of it. But the other day, I was scanning some soul something, and it showed up someone's super dark background with dingy curtains, and it was like, okay, that's not what I was looking for. So just watch it. And we spoke yesterday, James, about the description and the weight. When you're doing that scanning, just make sure you double check the information, that it's accurate, because some may say, um oh, this is actually the 12 ounce when you have the 6 ounce in front of you, or it may say that it's a certain fragrance. So you just want to make sure that all the information is accurate, once you actually scan something. And then also we mentioned adding your own photo just as a secondary photo, especially if there's like damage to the product, um boxing, like this. If you pull a stock photo and someone's expecting to get a super pretty box and you ship them this, you may get someone who gives you some hell a little bit later. So if you get that pretty picture, just make sure you add one that looks like this of your actual item. Show
Yep.
check weight, that will end up saving money. Be yes,
Yep.
yes.
And
Ex-
so if anyone has missed anything, I do multicast. So these are on the YouTube channel. Same username, WEBWUMAN. It's there now. I'm looking at it. It's added to the whatnot support playlist. So you can look at that if you'd like. Um, Yesterday, T actually demonstrated how to do that, James, how to scan a barcode from an iPhone. So if you wanted to go back to yesterday's support video, it's the 7 day surge into the New Year challenge, day 2, um, that she demonstrated that in. You can take a look at that. But you all are welcome to ask any questions. Otherwise, I don't know if you have anything else to add, T, but
Nope, just keep going. If there's no questions, just keep going. You guys are doing great. I enjoyed hopping in the rooms that I could yesterday.
yeah.
Um Learned some interesting information about some of you. Um so that was really fun getting to know our sellers.
Hey, Granny Boss
And
Lady.
hey, hey. Um just keep pushing. You guys are doing great, and I hope this challenge is helping all of you.
Yeah, I mean it definitely helps me. It's been fun. Yes, helpful, awesome. Great. I've heard a lot of good things. I've been in several shows, not all of them. I apologize, I haven't been able to get to all of them. Um, but I've heard people outside of those that are participating mentioning it, so that's awesome. We have interest moving forward, so hopefully we can do this, maybe quarterly, check in on everybody and do it, once every few months and make sure we're keeping that momentum going throughout the year and not just focusing on, hey, it's the new year, we're going to do these things for this week and then kind of fall off
And
the,
then be
the
lost.
wagon.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, so Gonzo, it should be on our marketplaces. And it's called Bless a Buddy. So it's not in the show, but it's on the marketplace. It has a pink background. It's called Bless a Buddy. Once you get it, you can let us know who you have in mind that's in the challenge that you would like to bless. But ultimately, in the end, we will be making sure that everyone who has blessed someone gets blessed. So if the person that you picked did not um, purchase a Bless a Buddy, then unfortunately we will not be able to bless them because we have to make sure that everyone who is blessed has blessed someone else.
Exactly.
This is what it looks like in our marketplace. But you have to go to the marketplace. A Secret Santa situation, yes. And we hope that everyone essentially grabs it. But there may be a situation where someone doesn't, so
Mhm.
we'll be going over that together in the end.
Yeah, and we'll have a sign up very shortly within the next day or two, so that those that are committed and are going to stick through and participate all the way, um, can let us know what time they're going to be going live on that day 6 so that T and I can coordinate our schedules and make sure that one of us is in there to do that
That we're
blessing.
there for you.
Yep.
Hmm. Any other questions?
James, so you're coming into sort of I didn't make this a private show because T and I are co-conducting a 7-day surge into the new year challenge, and most of the folks that are in here are participants of that challenge. But in order for us to sort of record this session and make sure that it's available to those that were unable to attend, I have to make it public. So you are welcome to stay and listen to what we're chatting about, learn all you can, perhaps participate in one down the road. But this is specifically for the challenge. It's not necessarily a Secret Santa, but it is like that I mean, in some loose way. Yes. We're day 6 of our challenge, like T said, is Bless a Buddy Day, and it is uh on January 5th, during our participants scheduled show. Those that have um purchased the Bless a Buddy will be blessed themselves. T and I will go into their room, we will bless them, and when you purchase that item from us, we you can tell us who you want to bless of the participants that are participating. And if they've already been chosen, we'll say, sorry, they've already been chosen. Can you choose someone else? Or we will end up assigning when we get down to the last couple. We've already had folks commit. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's just so that we can
Yes, secondhand.
ensure that the people that are participating receive a blessing back and someone doesn't back out at the last minute. Yes.
Exactly.
We would hate for, if I said, "Hey, T, I'm going to bless you on day 6." And then I get sick and I'm not able to bless T. And she's like, "Oh, like I'm the only one that didn't get, get
So
blessed."
close. So close.
So we know life happens, but T and I are committed. So between the two of us, we at least have the ability to make sure that everyone who blesses is blessed themselves. So, and it's a way to help us look at our analytics.
Yes.
So we will see what happens after that blessing occurs.
Any questions, you guys? Any concerns?
Yes, secondhand. Excellent. Good. I'm
Perfect.
glad.
Perfecto.
Thank you so much, everyone. All right. So we will go bless somebody right now. I will definitely send you the info. Yes, I will
Yes.
automatically include everyone who has already participated for sure. Um,
Yeah, I definitely think that with the feedback that we've been getting, this would be something great that is done at least quarterly. Um,
yeah.
just to keep us on our toes and to see to check in with one another. So um definitely if you're interested, we will keep a list, and when we get ready to roll it out again, we will let you know. I think it's great. Like it's even like helped me, and I'm learning so much myself, and I'm honestly one that learns best when I'm teaching and helping others.
Hmm.
So it's been an amazing experience for me, even just the couple of days, everything with setting up and getting started. So although I slept until 2 today, hey, I
I
had
think a
company
few
until like
folks might
3.
have.
So we're gonna be on it. All right, loves.
All right, guys, let's go. None of our fellow participants are on right now. So let's go see someone that has 15 people in their room. Um, they're in home decor. I've seen them bless folks in the past. So let's go give them a little blessing. Drop some turquoise hearts and those tea kettles in that chat when you get there. Thank you all. Love you all. Happy New Year. Thanks, T. Love you.
Love you too, boo.
Bye.